Vietnam is a country with a troubled history. Over the centuries, it has repeatedly been occupied by the Chinese and French, and in the second half of the 20th century, it has been through a fierce civil war in which foreign powers were heavily involved. Only since 1976 has it been living a period of relative peace and reconstruction, as well as fostering new international relationships. Ho Chi Minh, ancient Saigon, is the largest city in the south of the country and retains some of the ancient features of the brief time it was the capital of South Vietnam. It is a metropolis of about 8 million people whose economy is growing on the forefront of technology and information technology. It welcomes visitors through its uninterrupted traffic, consisting mostly of colourful, noisy motorcycles that are indispensable for getting around. The Salesians in Vietnam are all local. European missionaries were expelled after the end of the war in 1975. They have been present in the country since 1952 and are active with care centres for street kids, works for immigrants and minorities from the poor rural areas, and through their vocational schools. The Vinh Long and Phoc Loc vocational training centres offer students the opportunity to enter the workplace and Salesians the opportunity to evangelise with the simplicity and tenacity of their own life example. First of all, I am a Salesian. So my mission is to educate teenagers, especially the poorest and abandoned ones. This was what has motivated me since the beginning of my priesthood. Like Don Bosco, I have improved myself to help young people, to save young people, to learn from young people, to pray for young people, to live for young people. I am a Salesian priest, so I must have love for them and educate them in all respects. In developing countries, schools are the first educational tools. But in Vietnam, since 1975, they are the prerogative of the state and preclude Salesians who continue, however, to provide vocational training through formation and work placement centres that welcome dropouts of the traditional school system. I believe that the Salesians and teachers, from the moment they realised that the economy was opening up, have been far-sighted in proposing to the government to open a vocational training centre to help young people build a solid career through working in companies. These students, after formation in the centre, have the professional skills and human training that allow them to start to work in local businesses. We started to welcome students from the Phoc Loc Vocational Centre in 2012. Since then, we have taken 85 students, and the duration of the internship is usually 2 months on 2 main shifts.
Totally for 2 months, for 2 months time. For Phoc Loc Training Center, we know very clearly, and when they internship here.
With the Phoc Loc Professional Centre, we have no problems. We simply have to select the best students. The Salesians help the students develop a good mentality, a good way of thinking. This is an important aspect I really appreciate.
Very good point. I appreciate from Philip Training Center.
Dạ, điều em thấy thích ở đây là vì được học có môi trường.
What I like about this school is that there is a harmonious environment that facilitates learning. My teachers teach me a lot of things, and here I also have the opportunity to cultivate my passion for dance. What's nice is that I can learn and have fun.
Học ở trong đây vừa học và vừa được giải trí nữa.
Dạy nghề ở trường Phước Lộc.
When our daughters started attending the centre, we noticed a big change, not only at a learning level, but also behaviour. This has reassured us a lot.
Con tôi để vào học cái trung tâm dạy nghề.
Thật ra em vô đây học là một phần cũng
I enrolled in this centre partly because I was pushed by my parents, because it is a school that also gives me the opportunity to do an internship. And after I graduate, I can find a good job. The fathers and teachers also teach me to improve myself as a person.
và học được tốt hơn.
An oratory without music is a body without a soul. The music of the young is listened to with the heart, not with the ears. Trumpets, flutes, saxophones, kettle drums, keyboards, guitars involve all the children, all of them, no one excluded. It feels like being in Valdocco at its origins, in which music, play, prayer and study alternated and gave the rhythm to an original system that Don Bosco had invented to educate with kindness and love those poor boys who elsewhere found only closed doors. The Dong Tuang Vocational Training Center in the province of Vĩnh Long was launched by the Salesians in 2011 and continues to increase its training programs in favor of young people. The structure features 3 types of activities: the vocational school, the internship, and the oratory for children who live near the school and come in the afternoon to play and have fun. The vocational school currently hosts 130 students, 120 of them internal, who live, that is, in the school. In the internship, we welcome children who we can divide in 5 categories: orphans, those belonging to ethnic minorities; teens who've abandoned school, those with behavioural difficulties that parents are unable to manage; and all the students expelled from the other schools. We welcome them because Don Bosco loved young people, and if no school accepted them, not even Don Bosco's, where would these children end up? I have managed to reduce the hours playing, at which I would be stuck playing video games, thanks to my passion for the organ and thanks to the suggestions of people who care for me, who would tell me to stop. I would spend 3 to 8 hours a day on video games. The days I would lay 8 hours was because I'd be losing and wanted to play again to win. Addiction to video games is not a problem that is difficult to manage for us, because once the children start school, they do not have the opportunity to play. And furthermore, the activities that we do gain their interest and involvement. In this way, day after day, the children stop playing. From the early days of school, a teacher started to come to me. We would spend time together chatting about different subjects, among which video games, the reason I attended school. And since then, he has taught me to study. I felt that he really cared for me. I did not want to disappoint him, so I decided to stop definitively. Not all students are Christians or Catholics, but it is not a problem for either young people or their families, as religious teaching is not direct. What interests the school educators is to transmit those moral values that decades of war have dispersed, along with the disintegration of families and local communities. Though neither I nor my family are Catholics, we have discovered that the Don Bosco School is a good place to study for the type of education, its management and its activities. This promoted me to send my children in the school so they can receive a good all-round education, because there the director, the fathers and the teachers take great care of them under all aspects.
Đến đây để nhằm mục đích là các cháu nó được
What is truly at the heart of the Salesians is that young people and children learn to be happy, honest citizens and skilled workers in civil society. If someone then decides to become a Christian, it will be a subsequent personal decision. I took 2 students who attend the Dong Thuong Center for an internship. They behave very well. They are diligent and hardworking. For this, I want to teach them even more, so they will have more skills, and when they finish school, they will be able to work and be self-sufficient. A good way to be at the service of young people in this laborious and enterprising country, where being Catholic means being a minority. Being a former Don Bosco student is definitely a chance to build one's future.